Hello, it's Sam from Safe Spaces with Sam, and I'm here in this video today to tell you all about doing brain dumps with your children. Now, that might sound a little bit weird, but it's something that we quite often do in sessions, and I've ended up doing in school actually with some of the kids that I teach if they're kind of in a bit of a crisis at that moment in time. And it's actually also good for adults. I do like a good brain dump. So if you or your child is kind of getting to the point where everything's a bit too much, what you can do with them is sit down and say, let's do a big brain dump. And it's a case of exactly as it sounds, they get everything from their brain out onto paper or a whiteboard or a something, and it means that then it's all out. Once they've done their brain dump and they've done literally everything. It's raining today and I don't like the weather. I've had an argument with my friend, my schoolwork's too hard, I've got too much homework, my shoes feel terrible, whatever it is, all the little tiny things they can possibly think of that are stuck in their brain, dump it out onto the paper. First of all, that's very cathartic to get it out. Secondly, as they're writing, they will be explaining it a little bit more. And then what you can do is go around each of the things and go, okay, so first of all, can you control that? Is that something you can do anything about? If the answer is yes, okay, let's think about what we can do. Your shoes are too tight. Okay, I hadn't realised that. Sorry. Let's go out at the weekend and see if we can get you some new ones. As an example, that's a really easy fix. I've fallen out with my friends. Okay, so let's chat that through. What could you do better in the situation? What do we need to think about going forwards? Do we need to have a chat with them? Whatever it might be. And I can tell you from vast experience that doing a brain dump is a huge weight off your child's mind, off your mind if you do one. And it means you can put a plan in place potentially for some of those things that have gone a bit wrong. And it helps the child or yourself to feel back in control again. And that's a huge part of why we get worried about things. It's when those things are feeling a bit out of control. So by talking it through in a big old brain dump, it just helps you get that control back. And it's something that you can do regularly with your children. If you notice they're feeling a bit out of sorts, we know our kids, don't we? We know when things aren't right. Sometimes it's just simple things like hormones, of course, but often it all comes out later. Certainly in our house, if someone's having the squiggles and maybe a couple of days later it all comes out, why didn't you just tell me this 2 days ago? Why have we had all this nonsense leading up to this point? If you can catch it early, say, right, let's do a brain dump, come on. And it also gives them that one-to-one time. It shows that actually you want to give them that time. It's a great technique to use. So brain dumps, really brilliant, not only for the kids, also for yourself if things are getting a little bit overwhelming. So give it a go. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you've tried it, I'd love to know how it went.